All right, welcome. Way here, coming to y'all with a video. And today we're gonna do pound for pound list, my personal pound for pound list for 2024 for 2025. Let's go. So first up, as you can see, I got it in order. I with a list of fighters. We got first chance, Bud Crawford, out of Omaha, Nebraska. So let's go in depth. Let me bring up okay, here we go. All right. So you see, you know, got 173. So he's 5'8" or 173 centimeters reach, 74 inches, and 87 centimeters, 40 and 0, 31 KOs. Let me see. I don't think I can change the quality. So yeah, my fault for that. Let me see how. Yeah, that's cool. I can read it out for y'all. So I got him number one. Shout out to I want to give a shout out to this app too called Boxing Showtimes. As you can see, Terrence Crawford, known as Bud, Omaha. Yeah, if you guys follow boxing, I know, but we'll read it out. He's a esteemed professional boxer who has held multiple world championships through weight classes with WO. Once 2018, Crawford's journey began at the tender age of 7. He quickly rose through the ranks, defeating future world champions like Mike Garcia in the amateurs, Danny Garcia. I think I don't know if he fought Key, but Crawford made his first debut March 4th, 2008. And his first significant bout was against British Prescott, but he won unanimous decision. Um, Crawford's career has been marked by a series of impressive victories, including winning the WO in the ring, lightweight titles from 2014 2015, and a unified uh, World Boxing or WA belt, WBC, IBF, WO, in the ring lightweight between 2015 2017. Let's see, let's continue. Uh, Crawford has had a short reign in the undisputed lightweight or 140 champion before Bud the welterweight. He was the first champion at light welterweight to be undisputed since Kazuzu 2004. Who also became the first boxing champion to hold all four world titles in the four belt era since the main Chiller in '05. Um, and then I think before that it was Bernard. Some of his key career highlights include, yep, Beltran and Dongo, Gamboa, Horn, a lot. Um, then for 2018, 2022, he had this oh see I okay, I went down, okay. He had this run from the welterweight division where he continued to dominate with like I said here with his sexual skills and streets of prowess. He defeated Jeff Horn's first title defense and he said to finish titles I think 7 times. Anyway, some of his opponents were Jose Benavidez, Amir Khan, Iga Velasquez. In November 2020, he faced IBF champion Kell Brook, knocked him out in I think the fourth round, and winning the bout by to go in the fourth. Yep, Crawford then continued to show his prowess in the ring by scoring a knockout back in 2022 against Amnesia in the sixth round. Um, and then on the historic day, July 29th, 2023, in the welterweight class, marketed as undefeated, undisputed, unprecedented. The match showcased the first I think the first since Zab Judah back in what I think that was over first you undisputed welterweight fight against his Zab. I forgot what year. Crawford Airspace faced off where Crawford etched his name in the annals of history with a resounding 19 round TKO, shattering the true Spence, who had a previously obviously unblemished record and solidified his position as the first undisputed champion in the four belt era. Yeah, yeah, yep, the four belt Shizab, yep. And then in a pivotal seventh round, Crawford orchestrated 2-7 knockout. It's covering the fight, so they're covering that. So also they go a little overview of what Crawford does, what he's known for, when he boxes. So you see, he's known for his switching abilities. Um, and that his ability to fight from both stances, orthodox and southpaw, at a high ability. For the southpaw stance, Crawford likes to use his lead hand as a probing device and to control his orthodox opponent's lead hand. Since his right hand is dominant, his dominant hand, um, he can use it for much stronger control and transition to counter jabs and lead hooks from his dominant hand should opponent present an opening. Um, Crawford's signature technique is the check hook on the southpaw stance. Whenever his opponent rushes or lunges forward into him, Crawford times them by stepping in with the hook. Subsequently pivots the steps out to his right. Another signature technique is Crawford's swivel jab. From the southpaw stance, Crawford will often throw a 1-2 combination, but then finish it by swiveling his hips from the straight left back with a powerful right jab. He loves to catch his opponents off guard as his uncommon fighters throw a jab after the straight. Um, Crawford will also set the swivel up by throwing a probing straight left, um, or a throw or a left not meant to land or do damage, but to set up an opening for the swivel jab to land. Again, since his right hand's dominant hand, the check hook and swivel jab have extra power behind them. So this little break that they have. Also, forget technically, shoot, he's really an ambidextrous fighter because the reason why he started to use his left hand was simply because he had broke his right hand. So he has developed both hands evenly strong, but like they said, he does use his right hand for a lot of his setups for the probing. Again, to go to those straight lefts. Um, to open up, for his lead hand. That's why he is a southpaw. But you can see the old fights, he in the orthodox stance doing the same thing, basically jabbing, setting up a 1-2 in the same stance. So his game is the same in any stance. But his Bud Crawford, again, he's two-time undisputed. Inoue is right behind him. Um, so yeah, and that's gonna segue to our next guy, and that's Naoya the Monster Inoue or Inoue. Um, as you see, number two. All right. So, oops, my bad, y'all. Now we on to the Iowa, the monster anyway. He, as you see, he is 5'5", 105 centimeters, 6'7", 6'7" and a half inch reach, 171 centimeters his reach. He is from Zama, Kanagawa, Japan. He was born on April 10th, 1993, 31 years of age, in Zama, Kanagawa, Japan, is a highly respected professional boxer in the Munster who is also a duty division champion. I think he is in his fourth division and was the undisputed battleweight world champion, holding the WA Super IBF Ring magazine titles between 2018 and January 2023, and the WBO world titles between 2022 and January 2023. Okay. Um, NUA's boxing journey began in his amateur career, where he won the Japanese inter interscholastic interscholastic athletic meeting in the Japan Junior National Championships '09. He turned professional in 2012, signing with Wa- Wahashi Boxing Gym. His professional debut was against victory was Filipino national champion Crimson Omayo. He then quickly climbed the ranks with multiple titles at different weight classes. Some of his key career highlights include winning the WC light flyweight title in his sixth professional bout, capturing the WBO bantamweight title, and becoming the undisputed bantamweight world champion. Anyways, performance in the ring continued to impress throughout 2021 with his highly anticipated, well executed victories over Michael, I think that's it, as Menarez and Aaron Tepine. Naoya, 1 year after achieving the unprecedented feat of becoming the first four-belt undisputed champion in bantamweight history, the power pound great elevated himself into a rarer air in the sport, following in the footsteps of Crawford and became one of the only boxers to attain undisputed status in the second weight class. Yeah, but I think he did it after Bud. Yep. The controversy surrounding Inoue's potential resurgence to pop okay rise in the aftermath of Crawford destructive display against undisputed welterweight king Aaron Smith Jr. Um, the power shots connected by Inoue in his historic journey display. Okay, so also too, they forgot to clue he beat Stephen Fulton back in 2023. Obviously, I think this was in, I don't know if this was in May. Oh, I forgot. He fought Fulton. That was one of his big wins. He beat Paul Butler as well back in December. So now I said that I think he fought Fulton. Like, let me see y'all real quick. Yeah, that was one of his big victory. I'm doing this off the top. That we're gonna go to maybe Stephen Fulton in July, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, so let's go to his technical overview, what he does, what he brings. So Inoue has built himself an impressive resume, thanks to his solid, basic, fundamental boxing, mixed with explosive punch power like many other boxers. Inoue game starts with the jab. He is excellent at snapping the jab without telegraphing it, and step over to his left to create an angle for fundamental punches. One of Inoue's signature tricks is to feint his jab to get his opponent to react so that he can follow up the straight right or overhand right on the opening. Another signature trick of Inoue is to set up his lead left hook off his jab. He can create a lot of power from this combination due to him transferring his weight from his rear leg to his front leg to create power in his jab. Then, while his weight is on his lead leg, he transfers it back to his rear leg to create power for his left hook or hook. Anyway, is also a user of the high guard defense, while his defense often looked as a flawed form defense compared to others such as the Philly shell, the high guard. Well, oh my bad. I mean, I don't know what other, but that is not anyway. Um, and you has made tricks utilizing the high guard, and one of the best one is he raises high guard and punchy range, and what this does to make opponent think that he won't attack and look to defend, and this then naturally makes his opponent lower their defense and create an opening. And this is where AUA sets it up at attack just before they can, and he usually spring it up attack and catch them off guard with overhead rights. Uh, right uppercuts to 1-2 combinations. Anyway, often lands many power shots from this trap as well. So yeah, that's a whole breakdown anyway right there for y'all. Um, so third on the list we got my man Oleksandr Usyk, yes, sir, from Ukraine. Bear me, it's loading. I don't know, but yep. So we got and looks like Usyk the cat. He's number 3 on my list. 37 years of age. Um, he has pretty crazy dimensions. So he's 6'3", 191 centimeters. He has 78 reach, 198 centimeters. He's a southpaw. Um, he's from Ukraine. Hometown is Simferopol, or Simferopol, Crimea, or Crimea, Ukraine. However you pronounce it. How's this his record? 21 14 KO. My bad if I didn't include the KOs for Inoue. My bad. I'm just trying to give y'all the quick bio and miss as stuff as I can and go over my list and we could talk a little bit more. But anyway, so the third guy, he was born in 1987, January 17th. Um, um, in Simferopol, Crimea, Ukraine. Found his calling in the sport of boxing quickly, and he has ascended the rank He's known for his agility, intelligence, precision, um, and also is known for dominating the cruiserweight division and becoming the first boxer to hold all four belts, major title in this division. His transition to the heavyweight division was really successful, catching attention of boxing fans and experts alike. Usyk secured upset decision victories over the well-known, popular guy in AJ Anthony Joshua twice there for about adding the IBF, WA, and WO heavyweight titles to his impressive collection. Usyk's journey in the heavyweight division did not halt there, though, despite negotiations for clarification about such fear that had fell through last year in 2023. Talks resumed later, hinting at a potential showdown between these two formidable boxers. While waiting for the outcome of these discussions, Usyk was expected to defend his IBF, and WO titles against British local well-known power puncher Danny Du Bois, who holds WA regular belt, and he did fight him. Um, when she was a mandatory challenger, he knocked him out in the I think seventh round. Danny Dubois, good competitive fight. In terms of accolades, Uzbek's fight style and transition from the cruiserweight to the heavyweight division have earned a widespread recognition and respect in the boxing world. Known as the Cat, his name is off the list amongst the greats of the sport, marking as one of the boxing's most successful talents. All right, so let's go over overview and what he does, his style. So Usyk, just like Lomachenko, is a right-handed southpaw. So we got, we just talked about Crawford, Usyk. So yeah, like Lomachenko, he fights similar due to him being trained by Lomachenko's father, and I think his father. Ooh, I don't want to get his father's name wrong, but I think it's Yuri Lomachenko. I don't know. Uh, the name of the game for Usyk is always using this his footwork to secure advantageous positions where he can hit his opponents where they can't hit him, or other words, hit not get hit. Usyk loves to do this against orthodox fighters, um, orthodox stance fighters by using the lead hand. Um, he will lead hand battle by setting a rhythm that his opponents will get sucked in to focus on. And once they are used to the rhythm, Usyk will break that rhythm by using a double jab while stepping over to the uh, his opponent's lead foot, having that lead foot control, or win that lead foot battle. From there, he can hit them, and they cannot, in their position, return fire or probably defend without have to readjust and change their angle, their foot positioning. With Uzyk's lead hand being his dominant hand and his right, he loves to constantly use his lead hand to not only hand fight but also probe and jab by constantly probing or showing his opponent's lead hand. It invites them to react by reaching out or adjusting their guard. And Usyk is excellent at countering openings with his jab. Usyk will shoot his jab at a high pace to get his opponents to shell up. Instead of this, he will also jab at different targets of the body, such as each of his opponent's gloves, the body straight down the middle to keep his opponents confused to where he will throw. And also, while they in the hard guard, he likes to throw looping hooks as well. Combine this constant jab with constant lateral movement, and now his jab is coming from different angles. His opponents will need to be able to keep up with this footwork to defend his constant jabs from changing angles. Eventually, the jab causes opponents to shell up in a tight guard. From there, Usyk brings his rear left hand into play by either looping it or throwing the guard and smashing through it. So yeah, man, this is Usyk. This is my number 3 pound guy right here. Now you're on the number 4, and that's Saul Canelo Alvarez. As you can see, age 33, height 173 centimeters, 5'8" or 5'7", reach 70-inch and a half, 179 centimeters, orthodox from Guadalajara, Mexico. Um, his record 62, 39 KOs, 5%, 2 losses, 2 draws. Saul Canelo Alvarez, born on July 18th, 1990, in Guanacatlán, Jalisco, Mexico, was was destined to become one of the best at boxing. His boxing roots run deep with his brothers, Rigoberto Alvarez being a former WBA interim world champion, initiated into the boxing at the age of 13. Canelo demonstrated a natural flair for the sport, achieving an impressive amateur record of 44-2. He began his professional boxing career at age 15 with a series of knockout victories. He clinched his first his first world title at the WBC light middleweight belt in a three-bout against Matthew Haddon in 2011. Later on, they kind of wow, they going really ahead. He accepted the power skill on full display. He accepted game wins against world class such as Lara, Yep, Liam, Austin Trout, Miguel Cotto, Daniel Jacobs. Despite having a few setbacks, obviously he lost to Floyd. I don't know what. Yeah, um, he reclaimed his title in 2017 by defeating a guy like Golovkin. And also just I think he took a couple breaks. I don't know if that's to me his setbacks. Anyway, um, by defeating a guy like Golovkin, his performance remained consistent, and his victories over boxing titans like Daniel Jacobs 2019. I included Canelo Smith 2020 and Caleb Petro to asserted his dominance in the sport. Has a feeling to get a WBA World Light Heavyweight title. Um, against Dimitri Bivol back in 2022, Canelo had his second loss, um, but he continued to demonstrate his power, especially within his 168 titles against Golovkin in 2022 and in his recent fight against Alvarez back in 2023. His most notable achievement, however, lies in becoming the first ever wrestler to win world championships in four weight classes, and I think being undisputed, but I might be wrong. Canelo is also ranked as one of the best active boxers in the world, performed by BoxRec, ESPN, and Boxing Writers America. And I think that's because he fought three times that year. Um, but that's neither here nor there. Let's go over Canelo and what he's known for, his tactical, his style breakdown. So here we go. This is number 4, you guys. We got about I think 4 more to go. Um, so Canelo has transformed himself into one of the best pressure fighters slash counterpunchers in the game. He has been able to push back significantly larger fighters than himself on a consistent basis, constant basis. You know, and this primarily due to his defense acumen while applying pressure. The pressure all starts with the footwork. Canelo almost employs the strategy of stepping forward with his rear foot first. Um, and the next guy we're going to cover does this too. And then his lead foot, which is the opposite of the basis of boxing. This allows him to step his lead um, foot into puncher's range while keeping the rest of his body back so it won't be touched as much. This does two things. One is that the fact he is in punch range and allows him to sneak in punches on opponents who don't notice the first step. Two, if his opponent do not notice that and they punch, can have a split second longer to see the punch, defend it, or counter it. Pressing his opponent's back, countering the punch eventually leaves his opponent's gunshot. Canelo would then open up and break down his opponent's and further with his combination, often ending it with a powerful left hook to the body. It's good practice to end combination with a lead hand to prevent counters and to reset yourself. But Canelo tries to takes it to a, takes it a step further and ends his combinations with the left body hook to do more damage while resetting himself after combinations. The body hooks condition his opponents to expect it. Once this happens, Canelo uses his signature technique, which is the shovel hook. Uh, this is where he starts his left hook down to the body. Oh wow! Yeah, basically starts left hook down to the body. He comes up with overhand right. Yeah, but yeah, man, that's Canelo. Like I say he's number 4 on my list. You know, so yeah, and we already kind of talked about the other guys. We already explained why they on that higher. So number 5 on my list is Shakur um, Stevenson. Now somebody got his alias the Fearless. I don't think he anyway. Height 73 inches or centimeters or 5'8". reached 172 centimeters, 6'8". Fun fact, me and him had the same dimensions. Height wise, I think he's a little taller than me, but we up at the same arm reach. He's a southpaw, Newark, New Jersey, 21 wins, 10 KOs. Yeah. All right. So, Shakur Stevenson, um, born in a year before me, 1997, June 28th, in Newark, Essex County, New Jersey, native, uh, is an American fast boxer who has made a name for himself in the boxing world, with a pretty good amateur record. I forgot. I think his amateur record was, I think he was in the hundreds, and he only had 6 losses, maybe more. I think 100, yes, something like that. Only 6 losses. Uh, no notable clinching a gold medal at the 2014 Nigerian Youth Olympic Games and 2014 Sophia Youth and Junior World Boxing Champions in the flyweight division. Shakur also secured a silver medal in the bantamweight division at 2016 and the 2016 Rio de Janeiro Olympic Games, making the highest battling male boxer at the Olympic Games since 2004. And Andre Ward, turning professional 2017, Shakur quickly ascended in the ranks, and held the rankings as the world's best super featherweight by the TBRB, and ESPN. Also, he's three division champion. I don't know if they're going to cover that. That's one thing too. At flyweight, 126, 130, and now 135. Right here, so let's continue. Stevenson Perez for boxer is adored with several significant victories. He won his Bake IBF Intercontinental and WC Continental American Featherweight titles in 2019, and WO Featherweight title in 2019, 2021. He clinched the vacant WO and Super Featherweight title in the later October. He secured WO Super Featherweight title and ever to retain the WO title, won the WBC vacant. In the ring Super Featherweight titles, even though he was stripped of his WCWO against Robert Casesa, I believe, later that year due to his sweat at the weigh-in. Despite this, he won his subsequent fight by unanimous decision against Robson Casesa or Hobson. Stevenson then moved up to the lightweight division, scored a 6-round TKO against uh, Shuichiro Yoshino, making his first test within this new division. Then after that, he fought Anyway de los Santos. It was a little tough fight that he had due to him being injured and basically he was sick that he claimed or whatever. But despite that, he was facing, he got the win, won unanimously. I had it 7-5, but anyway. In December 2023, Shakur not only clinched the title in a third weight class against Edwin de los Santos. Yep, as it's covered. He reached double digit connects each of the 12 rounds. Steve aspires to become a three division champ, which he did, eyeing the crown. Um, Boxing, the Illustrator's Green FC belt. The scorecard left no room for dispute, yet the aftermath bout potentially held for supervised for real performance. Holds, yeah, like T.O., Javante, Ryan, Devin, Haney. Steve is celebrated as the most skillful fighter in boxing out of the group, and time to take the most avoided. May face challenges in securing future fights following his dominant yet slick as Slugfest. That made man forward as a series of monumental bouts, a testament to the true essence of a fighter seeking back-to-back challenges. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Not ducking no action. All right, so my boy Shakur, they kind of give a brief description of what he does. As you can see, so Shakur is one of the leaders in the copy box of plus minus landing, basically landed versus punches landed versus punches taken statistic. It make him live definition of hit and not get hit or don't get hit. Stevenson is southpaw, but he's like right-handed southpaw too. Actually, that they probably didn't include. I believe me and my homie was talking about. Anyway, so find out if the Philly shield defense or low guard defense um, is unusual. due to his lead hand being held low and leaving his head open for the left hand of orthodox fighters. I mean, yeah, leave it open for the lead hand of orthodox fighters. Yeah, he managed to get hit less than anyone else due to several tools, range control, and they say right here, lead hand control. It also constantly his lead hand to control his opponents. He can control what punches they can and cannot throw by, um, keeping them, making them only throw one punch that he can either slip up roll, and he uses to trap their hands, occupy their guards, or keep them at distance by controlling what punches. Yep, his opponents can throw. He can easily anticipate that punch and avoid it. That is just exactly true. The lead, yeah, yeah. So, hey man, y'all definitely check out. I'm gonna put this in the link. This little app. They give. I like the little breakdowns they have. They're still working on 'em, but I'm gonna give credit to them. Also, the lead hand is a much of a defensive weapon as is a defense wrestling. The lead hand control occupies his opponent's guards and even manipulates them to create openings for him to punch against orthodox fighters. He can extend his lead hand to invite a hand fight from his opponent. Once his opponent obliges, Shakur will leave him hanging and punch around the opening with a left hook. Another technique of Shakur is using his lead hand to pin his opponent's guard to their head. Um, this shoot straight left and expose the body. Yeah, so like he peels. That's one thing they're trying to say. But yep, this is my fifth guy on the list, Shakur. Next, we got this guy. Bear with me real quick. Um, we got my guy on this number six on the power pound list for mine, Artur Beterbiev. 39 years old, 6 feet tall, or 183 centimeters. He got 73-inch arm reach, or 185 centimeters orthodox from Hazavart, Russia. Fights out of Canada currently. Perfect, actual perfect record. 20 wins, 20 knockouts. Excuse me. So Artur Beterbiev won in Kazakh or your Dagestan, Russia. Actually, where Khabib is from. He's a professional boxer known for his power and technical skills. As an amateur, Beterbiev stuffs a highly impressive record, and also secured victories in major tournaments such as the 2006 2010 European Championships and the 2009 World Championships. He turned professional in 2013, making an immediate impact in the light heavyweight division with his knockout power and precision. Beterbiev won his first major title, the IBF light heavyweight championship against Enrico Colleague. I think this is the guy who knocked out Roy Jones, one of the guys. In 2017, he then claimed WC light heavyweight title in a unification bout against Alexander Usyk in 2019. Oh my bad, Alexander Bostic, 2019, which he had later retired, and he had recently came out of retirement last year. Later on, he defended his titles against notable contenders such as Adam Denise, Marcus Brown, Joe Smith Jr. in 2021-2022, despite facing a few challenges, and Anthony Yard, um, which they covered. Pretorius managed to keep his every record, ultimately by way of knockout, and I will call it fight of the year against Anthony Yard, which was a dominant victory in the eighth round stoppage. TKO. In terms of honors, Pretorius unification fight against Voss was named the 2019 Fight of the Year by Regime. Okay, I didn't even know that, but it was a pretty good fight. While it lasted. And dazzling displays of prowess, Archer Beterbiev, the reigning WBC IBF and WO champion, left an indelible mark by securing a savage seventh round toppers against the former. This was his last fight, Callum Smith, back uh, was sometime this year. Um, This resounding victory, coupled with his flawless knockout record, sets the stage for a highly anticipated showdown with Dimitri Bivol, who is the next guy on my profile list. The prospect of witnessing these formidable fighters clash for the undisputed lightweight heavy title adds an extra layer of excitement to the already dynamic era of four belt supremacy. Um, so yeah, technical overview. Um, so my guy Beterbiev, let's go with what he does. Let's see. Um, Artur hunts down his opponents with one of the most patient pressure games in the sport by very subtly step backs, avoid punches and parries or easy miss, and will make many viewers underestimate his defensive prowess. Better be able to come forward without taking the damage or without using much energy in the process by defending his opponent's attack very efficiently. And while he will break down his opponent with a powerful jab they don't see coming, his pressure game is patient because he won't throw his jab until he's in range or he's comfortable where he doesn't have to reach for his opponent, and he is a sure shot that they can't react to. Punch once the opponent gets broken down by the jab, Terrier starts to bring in his power shots behind the jab to do damage. Terrier is excellent at breaking clinches as his power tends to force opponents to clinch using his hip. He pivots to break his opponent's balance and control them with his arms. With wrestling background, Beterbiev has shown to be near impossible to clinch for survival. This is what causes him to have amongst the highest knockout percentages in the game right now. And yeah, I just have him because, like they explained, I mean, the man dominant has again a perfect record. No victories have went the distance. Every fight he has, he's got the job done. Um, Again, he got three of the four belts in the division. And yeah, man, I just think I put him over to Bivol, man. But let's cover Bivol and go over the stuff he has. Um, so yeah, he is number seventh on my list. Dmitry Bivol, age 33, height 6 foot, so 130 centimeters, reach 32, 102 centimeters. Um, Nationality Russia, Tomak, Kyrgyzstan. Actually, he's from Korea though too. So yeah, he's born in 1990. Tomak Kyrgyzstan, however you say that, discovered his passion for boxing amidst a trial of his early life. Um, his journey began with, excuse me, outstanding record posting of 268 wins and just 15 losses. This impressive record paved the way for his transition into the boxing game in 2014. Known for his precise technique and powerful punches, Bivol quickly made a name for himself in the boxing world. His talent and determination led him to his first major victory in 2016, where he catch the WBA light heavyweight belt in a 30 fight against Felix Valera. Bivol rise in the sport was far from over. He continued to climb the ranks, defending his debut lightweight title against a series of formidable opponents in 2018, uh, from the likes of Sullivan Barrera, John Pascal, um, and later on solidified his position in the boxing world. I forgot the other guys. Following year, he started defending his titles against Joe Smith, Lennon Castillo, further proving his mettle in the ring. Despite facing tough competition, Bivol's winning streak remained unbroken, and in 2021 he defended his title against Umar Salamov and Craig Richards, showcasing his judging skill. His successful run continued in 2022, where he triumphed over Canelo Alvarez, who was one of the top power five fighters, and Gilberto Ramirez. This further cemented his status as one of the most respected fighters in the sport. And yeah, man. But so we'll go over what he does. As you can see, the Bivol is actually the leader in the plus minus punches landed and punches uh not landed. The score there. Oh my God, I'm just call it plus minus. He's the leader in that. It's him and their score. But as they say, is one of the most he has by his lead hand. They say it's one of the most effective tools when it comes to the total practice of boxing. Um, or total package of everything. Um, Everything that he does involves his lead hand. Bivol is a textbook example of how to do it. Um, the use of his lead hand all starts with his stance, his highly bladed stance, wide foot positioning. Put his lead hand front and center for him to use. There, he can use his lead hand to constantly distract his opponents by extending it in their face to control their gloves, measure distance, and block their vision. Opponent will never be able to enter range without getting past Bivol's lead hand. On the offensive side, Bivol deploys a style of a pendulum type of rhythm in boxing with his lead hand as seen most commonly for fighters of Eastern European descent. Bivol will transfer his weight back and forth between his feet to build a rhythm like a pendulum. This allows him to explode with almost leaping jabs to stun his opponents with long range and very powerful jabs. Bill will also create a deadly guessing game by mixing these jabs with leaping hooks. Once his opponent catches onto the jab, the beginning of each power looks the same, so it's very difficult for his opponents to tell the difference between uh difference the difference and defend quarterly due to get the lead hand, use him using this lead hand and having that pendulum step. Uh, what makes this mix-up especially dangerous that the defense for one punch leaves it open for another punch or for other punch. Once Bivol has his opponents on the defense, he's able to at least multiple punch combinations, allow for his pendulum stepping that build up extra power on his punches, kind of like a two punch rhythm. So yeah, that's my man Bivol. Now we on to number 8. Y'all probably don't know much of this guy unless you just really watch the sport. My man, Jesse. Bam Bam Rodriguez. As you can see, 24 years old, 163 centimeters, 5'4", reach 170 centimeters, 67 inches. Uh, Stance, he's a southpaw from Texas, San Antonio, or 1912, 63. Jesse Bam Bam Fucker Rodriguez, born in 2000, San Antonio, Texas. Is a 5'4" Rodriguez is an American professional boxer who holds world championships in two weight classes already, including the WO flyweight title since April 2023 and the IBF title since December 2023. Trained under the renowned legend Robert Garcia, brother of Mike Garcia, the rising star. Rodriguez has rapidly ascended to stardom in 2022, positioning himself as a strong contender for Fighter of the Year. His notable achievements include becoming the youngest title holder in boxing by securing a decisive points over Carlos Contreras for the WC Super Featherweight flyweight title. Originally slated for the undercard, Rodriguez uh, remained remarkably flexible, stepping in on short notice, revealed two weight classes after uh, Sursuke Sur Ragasai uh, withdrew due to illness. Uh, in the second about a year, Rodriguez once again defied expectations with the win against the veteran and in his first knockout loss since 2009, who also defeated Chocolatito and Rakasai. But yeah, so basically saying the fight he withdrew the first time, and then they had, I guess, renegotiated. But yeah, that was when his big victories against Rakasai and like Carlos Contreras. Yep, I've seen that fight. So let's go on to the breakdown to him and what he does best. Um, as you can see, Jesse Beterbiev stands out one of the few smaller boxers who overpowered his opponents with sheer strength, steady punches, reminiscent of like a Mike Tyson. Rodriguez employs strategic movement and advance with weaving to hunt down his opponents with a relentless jab. His excellent footwork allows seamless transitions between attacks and angles, deftly dodging body punches and countering overhands with precision uppercuts, moving backward off his back leg. Rodriguez execute back jabs, effectively setting up powerful follow-up punches. Boxing tall, he maintains a solid foundation, rotating seamlessly between punches to deliver maximum power. His looping hooks, though unconventional, are remarkably effective in wearing opponents down, despite not always relying on straight punches. Rodriguez fighting style is aggressive, showcasing a relentless pursuit for stoppages as he guides his adversaries towards conquest. I'm just kind of reading through it, but this is a really good in-depth little breakdown overview. Okay, so an intriguing aspect of Rodriguez's approach involves his backward movement off the back leg, executing back jabs that set the stage for potent follow-up punches. Despite his stature, Rodriguez maintained a tall body stance, ensuring a solid foundation. The fluid rotates between punches that simplifies his capability to infuse each strike with the full power and weight. A strategy aimed at wearing opponents down and compelling them to concede defeat. Rodriguez's footwork, a vital component of his boxing style, adds to the unpredictability, showcasing a boxer whose calculated movements and powerful combinations resonate across weight classes, leaving an undeniable mark on the ring as a versatile force of exceptional skill and unwavering determination. Rodriguez looping hooks, though unconventional, provide undeniable effective, proving effective, adding a layer of unpredictability to his arsenal while not relying on straight punches. His fight style emphasizes aggressive foot of stoppages, showcasing a relentless drive to guide adversaries toward a quest. So they said that again. Um, okay. But it's my man Ben Rodriguez. Definitely check him out. The Florida division. He actually had a good fight that they didn't include against Stephen Edwards. Yeah, that's pretty good. Check that fight out as well. Really good fight. I think it was an eighth round stoppage. Knockout. So yeah, that's my eighth right there. Actually, I actually messed up, y'all. He's actually supposed to be higher on the list. He's supposed to be before uh Bivol and Beterbiev. I don't know. I might change that because I actually have him higher on the list. Um, but that's neither here nor there. So now the last two is ninth guy is Devin Haney. As you all should know, he had a performance that's still a question. He had a loss that came recently, a couple weeks ago, against Ryan Asherin Garcia. Um, if you don't know what I mean by that, you can go look it up. This guy's been found test positive for that. And Nandrolone 19, which is a metabolite that basically indicates that it's something that had been in your system long enough to where it broke down. Your body was breaking it down, and got into your urine. So this is what they have reported. But let's go. We're talking about Devin Haney. So my man, 25 years old, aka the Dream, 175 height or centimeters, 5'9", got a 71-inch reach or 180 centimeters. Orthodox from San Francisco or the Bay, Cali, 31 wins, 15 knockouts. And that loss, that's a question. Like I think it might be no contest once this all get confirmed or denied. It might be no contest, so that's still a question. But again, Haney is born on a year before me, or a month before me, in the same year, and on the same day, 17. I was born that month after on the same day, in the same year. Anyway, that's just a flat fact. Uh, uh, Devin Haney's putting on boxer hailing from the United States of America. With his skill and talent and tenacity, Haney has solidified his name in the boxing world. Raised in San Francisco, Haney followed his father's boxing footsteps from a young age, and it wasn't long before he developed a strong passion for the sport. His love for boxing was evident. By the age of 16, he turned professional, becoming the youngest boxer in the state. His potential was immediately recognized as he quickly earned a reputation as a formidable fighter in the ring. Haney's journey as a professional boxer has been marked by hard work, um, resilience, and a relentless drive to excel. His speed, agility, and power made him a challenging opponent. And by 2017, he had already made a name for himself by winning numerous professional fights. Some of his key career highlights include winning the National Junior Golden Glove Championship 2015, securing the vacant WBC World Lightweight title in 2018, and the WBC Lightweight title in 2019 from Lomachenko, who became a franchise champion by choice. And yeah, that's what made him elevate him as the WBC Lightweight champion. So, as one of his most memorable defenses was in 2019, he outclassed Alfredo Santiago. That was for the 14 or 50,000 people. Later, despite challenges posed by the global pandemic, Haney returned in ring in 2020 to defend his title against legend and uh, great fighter out of Cuba and Yurick Gamboa. His performance in the ring continued to impress as he got a 12-round unanimous decision. His performance in the ring continued to impress throughout 2021 with highly anticipated well executed victory over Jorge Alvarez, Jojo Diaz, or Joseph Diaz. Furthermore, in 2021, drew closer, David achieved extraordinary victory in becoming undisputed against George Cambosis. And in 2022, this continue as he rematched Cambosis for a second time and beat him to defend his undisputed title or straps. Devin Haney's triumph debut in the silver lightweight division, marked by resigning unanimous decision and wins against Regis Prograis, certifies his standing as the first star of the boxing landscape. The access to the WBC title not only places Haney in the echelons of fighters like Terrence and Inoue, or Naoya Inoue, Terrence Crawford, not Inoue, also signals a promising trajectory towards just pursuits of undisputed championships across middleweight classes. As Haney's journey unfolds, fans eagerly anticipate challenges and trends that will shape his bargaining career. So let's go over his technical overview, you know. And then the last guy, a lot of y'all who are casuals gonna like this one. But anyway, so Devin Haney probably uses the Philly shell. He uses Lee Sharp to roll off his punches coming from the side of his lowly hand. As long, tall fighter for his weight, Haney best weapon is his long jab, which he could shoot with a lot of speed or power. The most important quality of Haney's jab, moreover, his game as a whole is his timing. Since the jab is known as the most important punch in boxing, it uh is also the most common punch in boxing. This means high level boxers will always have ways to counter the jab, and he doesn't shoot his jab haphazardly. He will smartly shoot it from long range, where he can quickly step away from a counter, or he would time it after he picks up on a habit he can exploit, and will also use his lead hand to probe his opponents and find openings for his right hand to land by showing his lead hand allows him to see how his opponents react to it. Then he will draw out the same reaction and counter with the right hand. That's a little short description of my man Devin the Dream Haney. And I got him knocked on my list. Uh, but yeah, and the last guy I got on my list, drum roll. Again, I say casual like fans like don't like this guy, and that's none other than the final guy, the 10th guy, Devontae Tank Davis. Um, so my man's Mate, age 29, 5'5", 165 centimeters. Um, reach 161 centimeters, 67 inches. Stands southpaw from Baltimore. 29 and 27 knockouts and three knockout percentage. All right, so Gervonta Davis, born on November 7th, 1994, in Baltimore, Maryland. Navigated through challenging upbringing to find his path in the boxing world with extraordinary amateur record himself of 26 wins, which is 50 losses. Davis transitioned to the professional ranks in 2013 under the tutelage of California at the Upton Gym, or the Upton Boxing Center. Known for his explosive power and aggressive style, he swiftly carved a name for himself in the boxing circuit, claiming his first major title, the IBF super featherweight belt, in a dramatic showdown against Jose Pedraza in 2017. His rise in sport did not stop there. He continued his ascent by claiming the WBA super featherweight title from Jesus Salar in 2018, the WBA regular lightweight title from, uh, as you get, these are regular titles against Gampo in 2019. Despite challenges, he became a three-weight champion in 2021. And about that, so um, he actually is only a two and a half because again he won his first one in 2017, like they showed. In 2018, these are regular titles, so this is a count. Um, he became a three-weight world champion with Mario Barrios. That was a regular title though as well, so that doesn't make him a three division champ. But anyway, he defended his lightweight title against Isaac Cruz 2021 and Romero in 2022, and again defended his title against Hector Garcia at the beginning of 2023. His successful rapper assisted with a knockout Ryan Garcia in 2023 at a catchweight bout. Um, but yeah, his most recently he been elevated to the full champion at WBA, which you could consider him a two division now. But I mean, he didn't really fight for it, so that's neither here there. But once he defended against Frank Martin, June 15th of this year, guess you have no really other choice since he was elevated. Devin is no longer at that weight class. He will be a two division champion. But yeah, because yeah, at the time Barrios when he got that regular title, at 140, Josh Taylor had the belt, and Barrio was the mandatory. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go down. So yeah, they talk about he had a sensational uppercut against Alexander Usyk, which was named Knockout of the Year back in 2020, according to Ring magazines. And also, despite the shots, he has faced Davis' skills are compared to icon Floyd Mayweather, and so his dedication and victories. Oops. Um, I made one of the most respected figures of sport. Oh man, so they don't really okay. So obviously, he is known for his credible power, and much of that power can be traced from his punch technique. He torque his body for the power. Every punch comes from the torque of his hips. This is important when it comes to his knockout, his left hand knockouts. Davis doesn't tend to throw many punches or waste punches compared to other fighters around his weight class. Instead, Davis chooses to study his opponents and find the openings for his powerful left hand. In order to do this safely, Davis will use his forward to keep the distance from his opponent and not allowing him to land clean punches. Another tool that keeps him safe is his pro lead hand. It not only allows him to check the distance to confirm if he is a punch ring or not, also deters his opponents from walking into ring due to the danger of walking into his big left hand. David is an excellent counter puncher and will eventually find the opening for the knockout shot. One of the most important components of counter punch is the pattern recognition, whether moving backwards or forwards. They was notice patterns of attack from his opponent as he studied them, and then he would bait out the same attack so he could counter it with the left hand that does damage. So this is my pound for pound list. Um, yeah. Um, So again, we got Bud number one, uh, two-time undisputed, Has about 19 title defenses in total. We already explained all that stuff. Fighter of the year, he won. Um, yeah, man. So many other things. Anyway, number two on my list, two-time undisputed. I don't know if he got fighter of the year, but I know he's probably on the route of that. One of the most accomplished Japanese boxers ever, and currently he's my number two. Number three, Usyk again. Was one of the first cruiserweights to be undisputed and dominate. Um, and one of the first guys to come to heavyweight and dominate and basically, take out a big name in Joshua, top dog, and beat him dominantly in two fights. Number four, uh, Canelo Alvarez, just because he led in the game, four division champion. Um, shoot, Crawford got three lineal, he got three lineal, four lineal. Um, he fought the likes of Shane, Miguel, um, Golovkin, stuff like that, Floyd, you know, uh, got undisputed once. So he's one of the most one of the most accomplished Mexican fighters to this day, and still continue to fight. Number fifth, Shakur Stevenson. At the age of 26, he's already three division champion. I think won the ring once or twice. Olympic uh, silver medalist. Had a pretty good amateur record. Um, he's like I said, three division. He's looking to defend his belt that he got vacant. Hopefully, he could fight Tank Davis in the future. Um, you know, one of the most defensive and highly successful boxers in the game, defensive wise. Again, leader in the plus minus. Yep, that's my guy. So yeah, with this, he would be my fifth. Bam Bam, like again, young cat at only age 24. He's two division champion. Beat the likes of Suzan Ragasayev. I don't know how you say that. I don't want to butcher it. The other guy they said, Contreras, Aguirre Contreras, whatever. He also beat recently Steven Edwards. I hope I'm saying that right. Sonny Edwards. I'm so sorry, Sonny Edwards. He beat the likes of him. That was a really good fight. Sonny Edwards. Check that fight out immediately if you can. And he looked to become a great at a very young age. So he would be my fifth, or not my fifth. He'd be my sixth, and then uh, seventh would be Artur. Just a dominant force, perfect record. Got three to four best level division. Um, Again, knocked out every opponent, so it can't really say a fight he had that really was close. Um, One fight of the year, which I didn't know, against Bozic, who he retired and later came back recently. Who David Beterbiev is fighting. Um, Again, smart guy in the ring, had a pretty good amateur record. Isn't no joke, man. He don't come for over. He don't fight for overtime for real. He's nothing to play with. So he's like, again, he'd be six on my list. No, he would be seventh on my list, right? And eighth, Bivol. You know, ha- uh, highly successful defensive with the NBA title at 175. Was a knockout artist and started to be a more of an outboxer or a boxer puncher. Beat the likes of like Roberto Ramirez, Canelo. He beat Joe Smith. He beat Jean Pascal. I think he beat this other guy too. I can't remember his name. Who knocked out Kovalev. I think he fought him. Yeah, he's eighth on my list. Ooh, am I got this right? Yeah, the nine. That minutes remaining, two division world champion, Ring Magazine. Uh, One of the few guys to defend his undisputed title. Um, and at the age of 24, he became undisputed. So I think he's one of the youngest to become undisputed. In the game. yeah, man. Props to him. And also, it's a lot of controversy between his recent loss, but I think will get overturned. Again, further investigation has to be done. But yeah, you will hear from that soon. Ooh, we just an hour long. And then Tanky Frank, it's crowd pleaser, knockout artist, uh, known for just being a protege of Floyd Mayweather. Has been successful so far with the opponents he has faced, which lack thereof of competition, but this neither here nor there. He get them out of there. He also those fight for overtime. And hey man, he's a pretty exciting fighter, electrifying knockouts, and yeah, man, looking to see hopefully he fights Shakur. He has a fight in June 15th, 2023. So I mean 2024. So look out for that. Yeah, he's my 10th. So stay tuned. Um, comment, like, share, subscribe for more, man. On the way out. Peace. I say peace. Peace.